I moved out of our apartment without telling my ex that our lease was ending tomorrow. My ex Jake and I had been together for almost 8 years, living together for 5. We were completely child-free by choice because we loved having tons of money to spend on whatever we wanted and could take trips to Europe whenever we felt like it. But last year, our best friends got pregnant, and I could tell something changed in Jake. He started getting this weird look on his face whenever we babysat for them. He'd hold their baby way too long and make these comments about how cute families were. I confronted him about it twice, and both times he swore he hadn't changed his mind about kids, but I could feel him pulling away from me. He stopped texting me during work, started canceling our date nights, and would just stare at baby photos on Instagram for hours. Finally, I told him straight up that I was never having kids, and if he was changing his mind, he needed to tell me now. That's when he admitted he'd been thinking about adoption. I told him that wasn't happening either. We decided to take a break while he went on some business trips in October. I stayed in our expensive downtown apartment, and honestly, I knew this was the beginning of the end. You can't compromise on having kids. So while he was gone, I started looking for my own place. I told him I was doing this during our weekly check-in calls, and we even joked about how convenient it was that our lease ended in December. We officially broke up in late November, and I reminded him that our lease was up on December 31st. He needed to decide if he was staying or moving out. The apartment was in his name, but literally everything that made it home was mine. All the furniture, decorations, kitchen stuff, everything. Jake kept saying he wasn't sure what he wanted to do and would figure it out closer to the end of the year. Then he basically disappeared. He moved most of his clothes out but left all his gaming equipment, comic book collection, and action figures in his office. Here's where it gets crazy. 2 weeks ago, I found this amazing 2-bedroom apartment for way less money than I expected. I signed the lease immediately and scheduled movers for December 30th. My best friend Emma came over last night to help me pack, and she's been drinking my wine while we box up my entire life. She keeps saying I should call Jake and remind him about tomorrow's deadline, but I'm like, why? I already told him multiple times. We're both adults. The movers showed up this morning, and we loaded everything that was mine, which was basically the entire apartment except for his office. Now the place looks like a ghost town, with just his gaming chair and shelves full of superhero figurines sitting in an empty apartment. Emma thinks I'm being petty, but I think I gave him plenty of warning. He chose to ignore the deadline, and now he gets to deal with the consequences. The lease ends tomorrow, and Jake has no idea I'm gone. His gaming setup, his $1,000 computer, his mint condition comic books, all of it is sitting in an apartment he's about to lose. My phone's been off all day because I don't want to deal with the inevitable freakout call when he finally shows up. Part of me feels bad, but mostly I'm just relieved to finally be free of someone who couldn't make up his mind about what he wanted.